don't have your own stove and are a college student or someone that just doesn't have a stove, you can buy this portable stove. I bought mine at Target. So first thing we're gonna chop is some garlic. I'd say I want about this many. So when I chop my garlic, I like to chop this bottom part off first because you can easily take the rest of it off usually. So once you have all of your garlic cloves ready, make sure to wash them before you start chopping them up. All right guys, so once you've finished chopping your garlic, you want to chop up the rest of the vegetables, but if you're really slow at chopping like me, then you want to get the pan going in the meantime. So we're gonna set this to medium now, and we're gonna put the pan on here. It's a non-stick pan. Make sure you guys get a non-stick pan. This saves your life. So now we're gonna do the onion. For onion, I like to cut off the top and the bottom. It makes things a lot easier. And now we're gonna cut it through the middle. I think I'm only gonna use 1/2. And then I'm gonna thinly slice it. Now we're gonna do some pepper, and just make sure to wash it before you start chopping it. I'm gonna use about 1/2. Just make sure to take out all the stuff from the middle. And now we're gonna flip it over and thinly slice it. Now that we're all ready to go and this is pretty heated up, we're gonna throw in the garlic to start cooking and also make room for chopping up some more vegetables. Don't you love that sizzling sound? Now we're gonna throw in some of the onion. So in the meantime, while this cooks, we're gonna start chopping up some mushrooms. I washed them too, just in case. You never know where these mushrooms have been. All right, so once you finish washing your mushrooms, for the mushrooms, I just like to kind of chop them like this. You can still recognize that it's a mushroom. Mushrooms go really well with meat because they have the same kind of chewy, meaty consistency, so they go well with making the meat last longer, making it seem like there's more meat than there actually is. So while you're getting a nice vegetable in your meal, you also feel like you're eating more meat than you actually are. Looks like the onions are cooking pretty well. They're starting to soften and caramelize. So this is the point where you want to throw in your peppers. Look at what a nice colorful dish we have already. So now that this is well cooked and both the garlic, the onion, and the peppers are caramelized, you want to throw in the mushrooms to start getting ready right as you're about to bring in the steak. So now we are going to thinly slice this steak. Because it's pepper steak after all, you want to have various strips, and I recommend cutting in the direction of the meat so we kind of see a way this way, and then it's a little bit varying, so just cut whichever way is easier. Now that we're all thinly sliced, you want to add the meat to the rest of the vegetables, and you want to kind of mix it to make sure that it cooks well. Now just make sure, since we're cooking meat, we're not going to be leaving it there for very long, especially after we put the lid on. But after mixing, before we leave it there, what do we have to do, guys? We have to season the meat, because we're not gonna have boring, old, tasteless white people meat. So remember those 3 key herbs I told you about? This is when you use them. Doesn't have to be in any particular order. I'm gonna start out with the oregano. I'm just gonna season the whole thing. Gonna add some thyme. Gonna put some rosemary leaves. After you put in all of that, you're gonna put some garlic salt. Add some soy sauce, just not too much because remember soy sauce is very strong. I'm gonna add a little bit to that to make sure not have the pepper steak be too salty. And then remember the cilantro, make sure to wash it, cut it up, add it. Now we're gonna mix this deliciousness all together. Oh, it's starting to smell really good, guys. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna put a lid on it and let it cook for about, I'd say 5 minutes. Especially with the lid on and with red meat, you don't want to leave it there for too long. So now after 5 minutes, you want to stir, make sure that the uncooked meat on top goes to the bottom so that you cook it throughout. And since it's slow cooking, you won't have to worry about it overcooking or becoming too tough, because you're only having it be here 10 minutes in total. Almost done. We're gonna leave it for 5 more minutes and that should be it. All right guys, so looks like this pepper steak is done. It smells so good. I'm so glad I did a mix of sweet and salty and put in a lot of herbs. You can see all the deliciousness right there. Look at the steam coming out. All right guys, if you liked this episode, make sure to let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to give the video a like so that I can keep making these food porn videos for you guys. Make sure to subscribe down below also for more amazing cooking videos just like these, where I come up with different new recipes for you guys. Also, make sure to check out the description box below where I put in more detail what I used in this video, if you guys are interested in checking any of that out. Thank you so much for watching me, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.